Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at semiconductors, that is AMD, SMCI, ARM, Broadcom, and Micron. Now for Nvidia, I already did a video on that on my channel, so check it out. I'm talking about can this earnings week gonna bring a massive squeeze. So there certain elements and conditions that are building up. So I have been talking all of that about it in this particular video of NVIDIA. So check it out if you're interested in that. And also don't forget to check out my dividend investing channel. Link to this also in the description below. I have been holding and building positions across multiple industries with Tesla's ETF, NVIDIA's ETF, financial ETFs, NASDAQ ETFs, Amazon ETFs, you name it, right? So all that information and progress and my decisions that I'm making, I am providing all that in this Junior Trader Dividend Investing channel. Link to this channel you will find in the description of this video as well. All right, with that, let's get back to our video and let's begin. Once I also let you know, wow, so many things, right? Well, none of this is any financial advice and is only for education purposes. All right. AMD. Now, so yes, AMD has had a good run up since the time we changed the structure bullish, and this is what I was talking about, that guys, once we get above 136 and 71 cents, this rebound can continue, or in other words, this upside will continue. And the targets you were getting were 153 and 200 days moving average area. So if you got to that place, right, that one particular play is done. Now we are into this, the cloud on the daily interval as a reference that it can be used. We are into this cloud right now, and on the daily interval, I suggest use it as a reference, but it doesn't mean that it's just going to crash here, right? It's also about what is the price action doing inside this cloud, right? And so, but this was the target, right? This was the target. We got that. Now, definitely big massive move would be above the cloud and above 200 days moving average. But what we're going to talk about is the price action supporting that, right? So that's something, that's something we'll be taking a look at here. Now, so right now, what are we seeing? We still have just a pullback, right? We are still in higher highs, higher lows. So nothing has really changed in the structure. And sorry guys if I'm going to turn it off and on again and again, but I just want to show you a couple of things here, right? So yeah, I turned off the cloud for right now on the all interval. But what I want to show you is the structure hasn't turned any bearish. That was just a pullback, and we just got bought back up in the overall structure, still in the pullback zone, right? Now, AMD, definitely this is a pullback zone only, and but it's can be pushed out and above, right? That's the question. So let's go to the hourly interval. And on the hourly interval, we are above 200 hours moving average, and not just that, seems like we have started to find some strength back again. Getting above 153 was a good win for AMD. Now intraday, as if it continues to stay above 153 and 64 cents, this particular area, it's fine. But and below this, I would say we might go choppy or a little bit slower down, but as long as we still remain above 200 hours moving average, the only downside I would expect is just some cool off. It's not eventually going to change bearish structure in my opinion. The big move, the next continuation to the upside would definitely be above 50 hours moving average, or also take level of 154 and 81 cents. If we get out and above it, then definitely this thing can continue higher. And then again, the level we are watching is 150 and 85 cents. Downside, I'll be very careful. I don't want to play downside, because even if we lose 153, you still have some good support sitting here. But that little bit of downside will only come if we lose 153 and 43 cents. Otherwise, this thing can continue up above 50 hours moving average. That's the level you're watching. And then keep an eye on, at least for initial move to 200 days moving average. Let's see what it does there. If we get above, close strong above 200 days moving average as well, that's awesome. That's just going to give it much more upside then. So yes, we are at the deciding point now. It's all about where is it going to really make the move from this point. And as I said, if we cool off more below 151, 108 and 45, but that's around where 200 hours moving averages and 20 days moving average would catch up. So there is a combined support as well coming there. So structure overall, what I'm trying to say, is still bullish and can remain bullish even through some turbulences of the pullbacks or cool offs. SMCI, let's turn on the structure real quick. And SMCI technically is just doing some pullback, and so nothing really much, that it's not a bearish structure right now. Just want to tell you about that. And the next, well, this was one of the moves I talked about. If we get above 546, this is the blue box I provided you, that until here it's a possible move, and then we have to see what we do here. Do we resist or do we break out? The play still remains the same, that if we continue to stay above 20 days moving average, can get into and above this blue box from bottom of the blue box above 630 and above. This is just an upside play. If we lose 594.86 then we will continue much lower as well. So, but that's this is the zone. 595 to the downside, 630 to the upside. That's the zone that you are waiting for. On the hourly interval, how are things looking like? It's just choppy. It's sideways. It's not breaking anything to the downside. And that's also the thing, right? The significant level area 595 is still holding strong, right? Any pullback here is just getting bought back up. So buyers are still in control technically, guys, okay, of SMCI. But you have the levels to watch. And the thing is that the little bit downside I'm not willing to also trade is also, it's a very good sign of once we break out, it's going to be a good squeeze, guys, above 608 and 30. Around 595 and just a little bit lower, we have 200 hours moving average coming on the hourly interval, right? So, yeah, there's just good support building down here, you know, in this area zone. 200 hours moving average is coming in. I just think once we get above 630, this thing can make a move higher. And SMCI, since it's a very, what do we call, a very volatile big dollar move stock, the strong, well, if you take any position here, have a stop loss below 200 hours moving average. So but position it accordingly that you can tolerate that amount of, you know, potential fluctuation on this. But seems like to me this thing is, it can a little bit, you know, go strong, and Nvidia's earnings may also define. Yes, one more thing, Nvidia earnings are coming, so and that will define everything for AMD, SMCI, ARM, Broadcom, Micron as well. Nvidia will define a lot for all of them as well. So ARM continues to stay bullish, and we are still in the bullish structure. You can see all this time once we got out and above blue box, this was what I was saying. We're just going to remain bullish, and we have been just, well, structure has been bullish since after that, and we have been just going bullish. So yeah, and you know, we found good consolidation there. This was the zone, and we are still bullish on ARM. The next level to watch is 144.93 cents, and in my opinion, this thing can continue higher still. Yeah, it can just continue higher. And on the hourly interval, we are already strong. Any pullback until to the level of 133.12 cents is just going to be a pullback. Structure is still bullish on this thing until then, right? So yeah, it's bullish. Broadcom has an inside candle day, but its structure is not bearish, guys. If it loses 156 and 33 cents, then only I would say much more down. So otherwise, no. Until then, it's just any pullback. It's just strong enough still on this thing. So yeah, no sign of downside right now. Micron. So Micron, no surprise, we broke the structure on this a day prior, and I talked about it back then as well. And thereafter, we have been just cooling off. So this is the day we broke the structure, and the day after, we just going to the downside. And then you can already see that this is where structure change I called out, and we got that structure, you know, change as well to the upside. That was the move. Now this is where, let's say if you took the position at this structural change, you got this red. Let's say you weren't taking partial profits for any reason, even though I always just take partial profits at these important areas and the slowness especially. But this red candle would have been the last place for you to even make any question to yourself, should you still hold, right? No, because this was the move. If partial profits should be taken here or all the position up to you, decisions are yours. But this is where the structure changed, right? So now it's getting weaker, right? So can we continue lower on Micron? Well, we are below 200 days moving average. This is the last area. If Micron can hold 20 and 200 and get above it, we do need to get above also 105 and 71 cents for much strong upside. Otherwise, no. this thing is looking weak again to me. And also on the hourly interval, the reason it's going through some right now choppiness, a little bit buying guy getting bought back up, is because 200 hours moving average is providing it that bounce right now, a little bit of that. So yeah, it's just getting bought back up there, but yeah, nothing more than that right now, guys. So on this one, right? So yeah, anyways, guys, so yeah, technically intraday is in the downtrend Micron here. So if it can't even get above intraday 103 and 95 cents, there is no point in trading upside. It's only upside from where it is if it gets above 103 and 95 cents. Otherwise, no. Let's see if cool off comes, and because it's just in the downward, and then we'll have to see if a pivot forms here at 200 again, or it breaks to the upside and then continues upside. So that's that. Okie dokie, that's it for this video, guys. And if you found it helpful, valuable, please hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.